You did it. 4 years of school, dozens of applications, 3 interviews that made your hands sweat so bad you had to wipe them on your pants before every handshake. And finally, the email you'd been waiting for. You got the job. $55,000 a year, benefits, 2 weeks paid vacation, a dental plan, your name on a badge, a desk that's actually yours. You call your parents. Your mom tears up a little. Your dad says he's proud in that quiet way dads do. You text your friends, and they blow up your phone with congratulations. For one brief, beautiful, electric moment, you feel like you've actually made it. You think about everything you're going to do, the trips, the apartment upgrade, finally paying off that student loan, maybe even saving a little. And then, your first paycheck hits. $2,115. You stare at it. You do the math in your head. Something doesn't add up. And that's exactly where this story begins. Let's talk about what actually happens to your money before it even reaches your bank account. Because this is something nobody teaches you in school. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your employer during onboarding. Nobody sits you down and walks you through the real math of a Canadian paycheck. So let's do it right now. You earn $55,000 a year. Sounds great. But Canada, specifically the federal government and the province of Ontario, is going to take their share before you see a single cent. Here's how it breaks down. Federal income tax on a $55,000 salary, roughly $7,500 a year. Ontario provincial tax, approximately $3,200. Canada Pension Plan contributions, about $3,500. This one actually comes back to you eventually as retirement income, but it's still gone from your paycheck right now. Employment insurance premiums, around $1,000. Add all of that up, and you've lost almost $15,200 before you've bought a single coffee. Your $55,000 salary becomes approximately $42,000 take-home. That's $3,500 per month, or about $2,115 every 2 weeks if you're paid bi-weekly. Now I know what some of you are thinking. $3,500 a month sounds okay. I can work with that. And you're right, you can. But only if you know what's coming next. Because here's where most young Canadians walk straight into a financial trap without even realizing it. Let's build your monthly budget in real time. Rent first, because in Ottawa right now, and this is 2025 we're talking about, a decent one-bedroom apartment is going to cost you somewhere between $1,800 and $2,200 a month. Let's say you find a solid place at $1,900. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe the kitchen is small. But it's yours and it's safe. That's $1,900 gone right off the top. You've got $1,600 left. Groceries. You're cooking at home, being smart about it. Call it $400 a month. That's realistic for one person in Ottawa in 2025, especially with grocery prices where they are. $1,200 left. Transit or car. If you're taking the bus, maybe $120 for an OC Transpo Pass. If you're driving, insurance, gas, and parking downtown could hit $400 or more. Let's call it $200 as a middle ground. $1,000 left. Phone bill. Canada has some of the most expensive mobile plans in the entire world. A basic plan with decent data, $80 to $100 a month. Let's say 80. $920 left. Internet, around $60 to $80. Let's say 70. $850 left. Subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, maybe a gym membership you use twice a month. That's another $50 to $80 sneaking out every month. $800 left. $800. That's it. That's what remains after your basic costs are covered for everything else in your life. Clothes, haircuts, gifts, dates, emergencies, savings, fun. $800 to build your entire financial future on. And here's the thing that should genuinely concern you. Most Canadians in this situation look at that $800 and think, okay, that's my spending money. And they spend it. All of it. Every single month. Which means at the end of the month, they have exactly $0 saved. Month after month, year after year. And they wonder why nothing ever changes. There's a concept in personal finance called lifestyle inflation. And it is, without question, the single most dangerous financial force affecting working Canadians today. Here's how it works. You get your first real job. You have more money than you've ever had before. So naturally, you start living like it. You upgrade your apartment because you deserve it. You start going out for dinner more because you can finally afford it. You buy a car because taking the bus feels like something you did when you were broke. You upgrade your wardrobe because you need to look professional. You add a few more subscriptions, a nicer gym, better coffee, more takeout. None of these things feel like big decisions. Each one feels completely reasonable, justified even. You worked hard for this money. But here's what's actually happening. Every time your income goes up, your expenses go up to match it, sometimes beyond it. And the cruel irony of lifestyle inflation is that it feels like success while it's happening. New apartment, new car, new clothes. You look successful. You feel successful. But your bank account, if you are honest with yourself, tells a completely different story. Statistics Canada data shows that nearly 45% of Canadians would struggle to cover an unexpected $500 expense. Not people who are unemployed, not people in poverty, employed Canadians, people with steady paychecks and decent salaries. Think about that number. Almost half of working Canadians, one bad car repair, one dental emergency, one broken phone away from financial stress. Because lifestyle inflation consumed everything they earned before they could save any of it. And the scariest part? Most of them don't even realize it's happening. Because it doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, one upgrade at a time, one reasonable decision at a time, until one day you're earning more money than you ever imagined, and you're somehow still broke. I need you to understand something right now. The goal of this video is not to tell you to stop living your life. Don't move into a box. Don't stop having fun. The goal is to show you what happens when you make different decisions, starting on day one. Because the gap between two people earning the exact same salary, one who falls into lifestyle inflation and one who doesn't, that gap after 30 years is not thousands of dollars. It's millions. And it all starts with 3 decisions. Decision number 1. Pay yourself first. This sounds simple, and it is. But almost nobody actually does it. Here's the rule. The moment your paycheck hits your account, before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else, you transfer a percentage directly to savings, automatically, on the same day, every single time. You set it up once, and then it just happens. You never see the money. You never make a decision about it. It's just gone into savings before your brain even has a chance to think about spending it. This works because of something psychologists call mental accounting. When money is in your checking account, your brain treats it as available to spend. When it's in a separate savings account, automatically transferred, your brain removes it from the spending equation entirely. Start with 10%. On a $3,500 monthly take-home, that's $350. It sounds like a lot right now, but within 60 days, you will not miss it. Your lifestyle will adjust. It always does. Decision number 2. Use your TFSA. And I don't mean just open one and let cash sit in it. I mean actually invest inside it. Here's something your bank will never tell you, and your employer definitely won't bring up at orientation. The tax-free savings account is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools ever created for everyday Canadians. And the vast majority of people who have one are using it completely wrong. They open a TFSA, deposit money, and let it sit in a savings account earning 3 or 4% interest. That's better than nothing. But it's nowhere near what a TFSA is actually capable of. Here's what you should be doing instead. Open a TFSA at Wealthsimple. It takes about 10 minutes. Then inside that TFSA, buy a simple S&P 500 ETF. In Canada, a popular option is VFV, Vanguard S, and P500 ETF. It tracks the 500 largest companies in the United States. Over the last 30 years, the S&P 500 has averaged approximately 10% annual returns. Now, let's run the math, because this is where it gets genuinely life-changing. You're 25 years old. You invest $350 a month inside your TFSA every month. Without fail. You don't touch it. You don't panic when markets drop. You just keep investing. At an average 10% annual return, after 10 years, you have approximately $71,000. After 20 years, approximately $264,000. After 30 years, you're sitting on roughly $790,000. And here's the part that makes this truly extraordinary. Every single dollar of that $790,000, the growth, the dividends, everything, is completely tax-free. You pay 0 when you withdraw it. 0. That is not a typo. That is Canadian tax law working in your favor for once. $350 a month. Starting at $25, and you could retire a millionaire and on a $55,000 salary without ever getting a raise. Decision number 3. Open your FHSA today. If you ever want to own a home in Canada, and I mean ever, even if it feels completely impossible right now, you need to open a first home savings account today, not next year, not when you have more money, today. Here's why. The FHSA lets you contribute up to $8,000 per year, with a lifetime maximum of $40,000. Every dollar you contribute gives you a tax deduction, just like an RRSP. On a $55,000 salary, contributing $8,000 to your FHSA could get you back roughly $2,000 to $3,000 on your tax return. That's money back in your pocket just for saving. And when you eventually use that money to buy your first home, you pay absolutely 0 tax on the withdrawal, 0 on the way in as a deduction, 0 on the growth, 0 on the way out. The federal government literally built a program to give you free money for buying a home, and most Canadians under 30 have never heard of it. Open it even if you can only put $500 in right now. The contribution room accumulates every year, and the tax refund you get next April will feel like a bonus paycheck you didn't expect. I want you to imagine 2 versions of yourself. Same person, same job, same $55,000 salary, same Ottawa apartment, same starting point. Version 1 falls into lifestyle inflation, upgrades their life every time they get a raise, spends their $800 of monthly breathing room on things that feel good today, never opens a TFSA, never hears about the FHSA, hits 55, still working, still stressed, still one emergency away from real financial trouble. Version 2 makes 3 decisions on day 1. They automate $350 into a TFSA invested in VFV. They open an FHSA and contribute what they can. They resist lifestyle inflation. Not completely, not perfectly, but consistently. They hit 55 with nearly $800,000 in a tax-free account. They own a home. They have options. They can retire early or keep working because they want to, not because they have to. Same salary, same city, same starting point. Completely different lives. The only difference? 3 decisions, made early, repeated consistently. That's it. That's the whole secret. There is no magic. There is no lottery. There is no get rich quick. There is only time and what you do with it. And the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. If this video helped you see something differently today, please subscribe to Maple Money Tales. We put out new videos every Wednesday, all built for Canadians who are done guessing with their money and ready to actually win. Share this with someone who just landed their first job. You might change their life. And drop a comment below. What's the one thing you wish someone had told you about money when you first started working? I read every single one. This is Maple Money Tales, and this is just the beginning of your story.